Today I will discuss the relationship between the stress and strain. Already I have started the strength of material, that is stress strain and stress strain diagram, and already I have discussed what is stress and what is strain. Now just briefly I am just again elaborating. So the stress, suppose a material is subjected to tensile force, suppose the P, and due to that force the material will be elongated, and due to that a resistive force will be developed inside the material. So that resistive force, that is the R, and if we just withdraw that external load or force, due to that resistive force the material will spring back from the deformed state to initial state. Now stress is nothing but the resistive force per area, that means it is the internal phenomena of the material. So R equals to P of a particular point or particular. So stress you can write, that is resistive force per cross sectional area. So that resistive force, that is R by A, so that is P by A. So that is the stress. So this stress, this symbol of the stress, that is the sigma, that is P by A. So this type of stress is called the direct stress. So we can write sigma equals to P by A. So this is P is the force, so that unit equals to Newton per millimeter square cross sectional area. So force equals to Newton, and cross sectional area, that is millimeter square, so that is Newton per millimeter square. Now in the case of strain, that is deformation by, that is the deformation by length. So that is the del L by L. That means change in dimension by original dimension. So we just write here. So sigma equals to stress, that is Newton per millimeter square, and strain, that is, so this is the ratio of the two length, that's why it is unitless. Now the relationship, what is the relationship between stress and strain? So in our previous class we have just discussed that. So stress is directly proportional with the strain. So this is sigma directly proportional with the strain, that is the epsilon. So sigma equals to E epsilon. So E equals to the elastic limit. Elastic constant or constant of proportionality. Now sigma equals to P by A, and that is del L by L. So from this we can write del L equals to P L by AE. So this is the elongation del L with the help of the applied load, and L the length of the bar, A is the cross sectional area, and E equals to constant, that is constant of proportionality, so elastic constant. So del L equals to PL by AE. Now, with the help of this formula, we will solve a few problems. So this is the formula, del L equals to PL by AE. Now bars of varying section. Suppose this is this type of bar is called step bar or of varying section, subjected to the tensile force P. Suppose A1, the cross section of the first part, A2, A3, so second and third one. L1, the length, L2, the second one, and as well as L3, the third one. Now, in the case of first part, that is A1, so the bars having the same material, the value of E equals to constant for all the three parts. Now, what is sigma? So, what stress will be developed in the first part? That is sigma 1. That is, we know that P by A1. Similarly, so this is stress developed in the first part. Similarly, sigma 2, that is P by A2. And sigma 3, that is the stress developed in the third part, that is P by A3. Now, this is the stress developed in the first part, second and as well as third part. Now, strain. So this is the stress. Now the strain. Del L1. Del L1, that is PL by AE formula. So PL1 A1 is the constant for three parts. Similarly, del L2 P L2 A2E and del L3, that is P L3 A3E. Now, what will be the total elongation? So, total elongation will be sum of these three. So, del L equals to del L1 plus del L2 plus del L3. Now, putting all these three values, PL1 A1E plus PL2 A2E plus PL3 A3E. Now 1 by E, that is common. Now P by A1, that is the stress, sigma 1. So we can write sigma 1 L1 plus similarly P by A2, that is sigma 2, that is sigma 2 L2, similarly sigma 3 L3. So this is the total elongation of the bar when the bar is subjected to tensile force in the case of varying section. So this is the general procedure. Now in a particular problem, so in the case of particular problem, if you see that, so this is a bar of varying section and subjected to 500 kilonewton tensile force both the ends. So from and the modulus of elasticity, that is value of E equals to 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per millimeter square. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate with the help of this formula, very simple formula, del L PL by AE and sigma equals to P by A, the stress developed in the three parts, first part, second part and third part, and the total elongation of the bar. Solve this this problem first. So what is the stress developed in the first part, that is sigma 1, that is P by A formula, that is in the case of A1. So what is the value of P? P equals to 500 kilonewton into 1000, that is Newton, divided by cross sectional area, pi by 4 into d square, that is, yes. So this is finally 63.66, that is Newton per millimeter square, value of sigma 1. Similarly, in the case of second one, that is sigma 2, sigma 2 should be same formula we have to apply, that is P by A2. Here P equals to 500 kilonewton multiplied by 1000, that will be converted to Newton. Cross sectional area pi by 4 into d square, that is 50 square. So this is 254.64 Newton per millimeter square. So this is the value of stress developed in the case of second part. If you see that the value of stress is higher because the cross sectional area in the second part is less compared to the first one. Similarly, in the case of stress developed in this third part, P by A3, that is 500 into 1000 divided by pi by 4 into d square, that is 75 square. So now one thing I just mentioned here, that is phi, that is the diameter of this bar, that is denoted by symbol phi. Now here the value of 113.17 Newton per millimeter square. So this is the value of sigma 1, sigma 2 and sigma 3. The stress developed in the individual part. Now another thing we have to calculate the total elongation. So total elongation. So del L. So as there are three parts, that's why del L1 plus del L2 plus del L3. This will be the elongation. Apply this simple formula, PL by A. So that is PL, P L1 by A1E plus PL2 by A2E plus PL3 by A3E. Now E is the common, 1 by E. So 1 by E. So P by A1, that is the 63.66 into L1, that is the 1 meter, that is the 1000 millimeter, plus P by A2, that is the 2.254.64 into 1.5 into 1000 plus 113.17 into 0.8 into 1000. So this is the entire thing. Now if we put the value, so total elongation del L equals to value of E equals to 1 by 2 into 10 to the power 5. This is the value of E, 2 into 10 to the power 5. So this is 63.66 into 1000 plus 254.64 into 1.5 into 1000 plus 113.17 into 0.8 into 1000. So finally this value will be 2.68 millimeter, that is the del L. So with the help of single formula we can able to calculate the amount of elongation, what will be the total elongation with the help of simple formula, and the stress developed in the individual part we can easily calculate. Okay, so today is up to this. Thank you.